Hi everybody, welcome to this B1 English listening practice video. You can use this video to practice your listening and comprehension as I speak. You ready? So today I'm going to talk about restaurants. This is a topic that I could talk all day because I love eating out. So let's talk specifically about American restaurants. We could probably classify American restaurants into several different categories. There are fast food restaurants like your typical burger joints like McDonald's, Burger King, Jack in the Box, and etc. These would possibly be considered the lowest class restaurant. Then there are normal average restaurants that are chains and franchises. These places usually have a location all over the city, as well as multiple locations in the same city. Then you got the normal average restaurants that have individually or family owned. In the US, we sometimes call family owned business ma and pa businesses. So sometimes of the restaurant in this category could be called ma and pa restaurants. Then you got your high-end restaurants, which would be the considered fine dining. These are really fancy and expensive. If you really had claimed, you might have a Michelin star or two. Needless to say, most people can't afford to eat at these restaurants too often. One type of restaurant is distinctly American is called a diner. Diners are restaurants that sell typical American food like American breakfast food, burgers, sandwich, steak, and etc. A lot of diners sell breakfast all day. So you can order eggs, sausages at 9 p.m. if you want. I always love diners because they have a really American feel to them. Whenever I go on a food trip, I always look forward to stop in the middle of nowhere at one of these classic American diners. You can always find diners off the highway in the middle of nowhere. Alright, now let's talk about tipping in the US. This is something that all foreigners need to know because it's a custom that's different in the US than in other countries. When you eat at a sit-down restaurant in the US, you're expected to give a tip for the service you receive. There's no exceptions here. Even though it's not mandated by law, it's an unspoken rule that all Americans abide by. You have to tip your waiter whenever you feel like it or not. So now you might be wondering how much you have to tip. Well, until recently, 5% has been the standard tip at the most restaurants, but in the past few years, they've been trying to raise this. Nowadays, many restaurants expect 80% or more, which I think is ludicrous. I always give 15% no matter what, but this is still acceptable. But there's definitely a visible effort for the past of the restaurant to raise this percentage. So be aware of this you're traveling to the US anytime soon. Lastly, let's talk about the common expressions we use in the restaurant environment. When you first enter the restaurant and talk to the host, you normally say how many people are there in your party. So you can say, "Can I have a table for two?" And to order food, you can say a few different things. You could say, I'll have the cheeseburger. I'll take the cheeseburger. Or can I have the cheeseburger? You can use any word of these phrases and just substitute the word cheeseburger for whatever dish you want. If you want to ask the waiter for something else after you've already ordered, you can just say a phrase, "Could I have?" For example, you can say, "Could I have another glass of water, please?" And there's one note in the US. You don't have to check when you're done eating. The waiter brings it to you without you asking. I know this might seem weird, but it's the custom. Okay, that's all for today. Leave a comment and tell me what is your favorite type of restaurant is. I'll see you next time.